How long will it take AT&T to deploy this? All new equipment, yet another panel, so that'll involve another climb. Let's run it through the panel. I estimate that let's assume that this gets cleared at some point in 2025. Maybe. I think they hit 250 million pops by 2029.
I
5
said
years.
2030, 2033.
Holy
Just 4.9, you're saying, Chacha?
yes.
And you-
2037.
250
know
million
why?
pops over like 4 or 5 years. Go ahead.
It's because they have decided to make the wonderful decision to exclusively use Ericsson RAN, and Ericsson's product development is clearly shown that they need some extra time to get what AT&T and the carriers want. Look how long it took them to get a DoD and C-band, which, by the way, is a gimped product compared to the regular, N77 DoD.
power?
Both power and just the azimuth. It's got like a 60-degree azimuth. It's really bizarre.
What
But-
would you rather? What would you want to see it come with?
Something comparative to the 6449, which I believe is 120. It'll go 120 degrees.
Wow.
But that's their choice to exclusively use Ericsson RAN and their inability to deliver on what the carriers need to deploy the spectrum.
Yeah, but they're
That's
running
why-
an O. But the future for them is ORAN, so they could go with anybody.
Yeah, quote unquote ORAN. Let's be real, Sneed.
Oh damn.
I
Yeah,
think AT&T
we're the
has
only-
zero intentions of pursuing relationships with Samsung or Fujitsu or anything.
But that
think
defeats the purpose, the principle of the ORAN.
Who are the only ones doing ORAN right now the best?
Dish and Verizon.
Hey, Charlie, bro. Charlie.
Zero cool. How long till they get to 250 million pops of 4.9? Let's call it N79. What do you think?
Good question. I think probably 3 to 5 years.
That's a big spread. You leaning
Well-
towards 3 or you leaning towards 5?
Probably right in the middle.
4 years.
Well, it took
So
them
if they get
7
in
years.
20
Took them 7 years to deploy 10 megs, so it'll take them 14 to deploy 50.
Moose, how long is it gonna take, man? Jump in here.
Okay. I am going to assume two different paths. Okay. One path where there's going to be a government subsidy on milestones, right? Per milestone, let's say per 50 million pops each milestone, up to
Or do you think it
300
would
million.
be more like? Do you think it would be more like the first 100, then the second 100, then another 50, that kind of deal, like tiers?
I was thinking more like 50, 100, 150, every 50 from starting
Is
at
there
50.
precedent to that?
It's something similar to that when they got to a percentage of sites in the original Band 14 build, right?
Gotcha.
So what I
Okay.
think is going to happen is like this, right? AT&T is going to show the FirstNet authority. Here are all the sites. Let's say X number, right? Okay. To get to this 300 million pop, this is how much it's going to cost. Are you willing to reimburse us for the radios, for the antennas, for the tower climb necessary to do that? Because
My
that's
God.
literally what happened for the Band 14 rollout. Keep in mind,
So basically, additional chicken. So
More chicken.
not only do they have to give you free spectrum, 60 megs to be exact. Not only do they have to subsidize the first rollout of 10 megs, which still isn't complete, by the way, you're asking them to give you more handouts to be able to build this too. Like, dang, man. I mean,
Yep. So that's exactly what I'm saying, is that I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to go. And I can almost guarantee you that's how it's going to go, because that's what the first one was like.
and it's still not
Oh.
done.
Hold on, look at that comment from the Speed Test channel. Imagine all of you are paying for AT&T to get this spectrum right now. Isn't that?
All right, so
Should've been
here's what Carlos, my brother's chiming in. Screw AT&T. Their service used to be good, not anymore. I can't even use it for gig economy apps to work. I miss runs while with Verizon and T-Mobile, no issues.
Oh,
And then And then Speed Test Channel chimes in with another super chat. A big shout out to him. I think he's a patron and a member, and he's super chatting us. So thanks for everything you do, Speed Test Channel. Big salute to you. I bet they use government dollars to pay for this 4.9 build and then build N77 at the same time, in effect getting the taxpayer to pay for the delayed N77 build. Doesn't seem like that's probably in the DNA of AT&T, because that's what they did with Band 14 when they modernized all those sites.
All you are paying for this right now. I want to talk about Carlos's comment really briefly.
Yeah,
Because when I was in Vegas, I was daily driving AT&T. Let me tell you, you do not use AT&T in Vegas.
Oh
Period.
yeah, I can attest to that. It's god awful.
It was borderline unusable, and I had to switch to my Boost line. If it
But
weren't
like,
for that,
why did that happen though? Like, why? Like,
I
how
don't know.
did that happen?
All I know is when I
Vegas,
met
bro,
Carlos,
like, what is Vegas? The 10th biggest market in the country? It's top 15 for sure.
Yeah, gotta be.
That's crazy. And
And
it's
then
Vegas. You got 10 million unique visitors a week. Is that right?
So,
yeah.
so have we talked about the earnings yet? I would like to request, like, respectfully ask the pivot. I'm tired
Have
of
you
talking
seen the
about
stock?
All right.
Yo,
There it
Yo,
is.
even with
All
a bad day, isn't it like double what AT&T is right now? Even with the
All
bad
right.
day?
All
What are we
right.
talking? What are we talking?
Hold on.
You got a lot of
Hold on.
nerve to laugh. You got a lot of
Wait,
nerve to laugh, man. Y'all
Here we
just
go.
crossed 20. Y'all like, come on.
Wait just a
Transition.
second. We're about to get. We're
By the
about to
way,
get into something crazy. I just want to
Las
make one quick
Vegas
statement.
is 24th population size.
All right, thanks, Moose.